RAS McBEAN, Pack Up and Leave. That's the name of the track, and also the name of the album, his debut album that was released back in 2004. So it's been about
that's a big delay.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, with 10 years. And you know, that album, when I actually left before the whole thing happened, like, well, when I was in Guyana, things started to get so sticky, and I said, yo, this is time to beat out. Politics and all kinds of things start playing up, and I said, well, look, I have to go do something, and you know, more.
You mean as politics as far as society? You know, elections and stuff, or?
Yeah, but there was. Yeah, definitely there was elections. There was like, you know, the country had some little disputes, some different things that it didn't see eye to eye with between the two governments,
and that's back in 04.
Yeah, it's around 04. So I said, look, something, I got a family to take care of, so I definitely have to go and do what I have to do, and do what's best for my mom, because my mom is a big person, and she definitely needs to have you know, that kind of support and that kind of, you know. So I said, well, okay, I'm going to just go there, come out of Guyana and try to find me a proper job, try to find me somewhere where I can support, you know, my family. So I left. When I left, all these things started playing up in my mind, like, what am I going into? Where am I going? Because I didn't have that plan. I just said, look, something, I'm going out there, but then I had a net in case of anything, because
a safety net, right?
Yeah, I had a safety net because I was studying in Guyana, agriculture and vet. But I knew that if anything happened, that I could fall back on that. So I just decided to go ahead, headed out, reached to French Guyana, then
Cayenne.
Cayenne, yeah. When I reached to Cayenne, people say, yo, where you going? You going to that place? Nobody don't want to hear you sing there. I said, don't want to hear me sing. I said, if everybody don't want to hear what I sing, one person will hear what I sing. At least if I get one person to listen to me, I know that all the rest is going to fall into place. So I left, went there, started playing in a band called The Chosen Few. We had shows, we had parties. And after a period of time...
So that's like your first band you played with?
Yeah. There was... Because when I got in there, we were illegal. I went there and I met with a few other friends who needed to do music too. Because when I crossed over the border, got into French Guyana, Cayenne. There I saw this band playing at night, because we had to creep in there at night. And there was this band playing in a big yard, and I went there and looked.
Okay, because you're from Guyana,
yeah,
but you're from British Guyana.
British Guyana.
Let's just clarify that for the people. And there's 3 Guyanas. There's British, Dutch, and French. Dutch is Suriname.
Yeah.
And French is
French
Cayenne.
Is Cayenne, yeah.
Okay, so you crossed over. They all border each other.
Yeah. Got over there. I had to do it with all kinds of dangers, you know, getting there anyway. When I got in there, there was like, we reached there in the night because there's police and soldiers patrolling the road. So it was me and 2 other persons who were doing, or who was trying to get in there. I don't know what their purposes was, but my purposes was to go and get my music out there and try to live. I don't know what they had in mind, because everybody don't get the same vision. Who went to rob and thief and want to sell what they want to sell? I'm going to do something. So with the power of the Almighty, He gave me that kind of guidance and the strength. Where I passed through, soldiers and police, nobody saw me. But the others, I didn't know what happened, because when I reached into Cayenne, I never seen what after them. So John knew my purpose and why I left, what reason I went for.
That's like your Exodus journey, yeah.
Exactly. So when I got there,
so the whole album sprang forth from that. Pack Up and Leave.
Pack Up and Leave. Got there, then that was another tradition. Because we get into the country now, when every weekend when we play, the police always coming to pick up people to deport them. You know, say it was a run. We have to play and looking and watching for when the police is gonna come and stuff like that. I mean, it was strenuous, but when you do things with good intentions, you get a proper result. You know. So we were there playing and singing and doing what we had to do. And one night, the police they rounded up the whole band, everyone, except me, because I was able to get away. And when I got out, I was able to call all the radio stations because we were there for a period of time. All the people in Cayenne used to come to our parties. We used to play for all the national holidays in France. We used to play for...
And the police didn't recognize
They never
you guys?
recognized that. That's when everything went out. When they called us and we started to talk about what we were doing, and every day people seeing us on the television, hearing us playing.
Right.
Yeah, the media said, yo, we know these people. We thought you all regulate these people's papers. We thought they were legal. So the government, the French had to like do things fast and stop the talking in order to get our papers. Say, okay, come on fast, get your passport, get your pictures, get your birth certificate, and we're going to give you residence. So they had to do it fast because it was going wild. All the people in the city, the whole country was coming out. In front of the police station, it was flooded with people, our fans.
Right.
The police couldn't keep them back anymore. The soldiers were there. It was terrible, man, because we as English and French, the French people were like hip to what we were doing because it was kind of new. We were singing English language, then we tried to do it in some Creole to touch the youth, and the youth, they kept following us.
Fusion, right.
Yeah. And there was no way that we had any kind of people to fight us against what we were doing, because what we were doing was fresh. So when the police picked us up, that was terrible. It was really a punch to the French youths in the country. Eventually, they decided to let us go, but they didn't let us go on the side of French Guyana. They let us go on the borders and say, come back, how you could come back, but come back with your documents.
Oh, wow.
You see the thing in the thing?
Right.
So,
there's a catch in there.
yeah, so we came back in with the documents, give them birth certificate, passport, and pictures, and they gave us residence for like 10 years.
So that was a shame for them, though.
Exactly, but with all...
A
you know,
public and national shame.
yeah, it was a slap in the face. So what happened, we eventually went out there, and I said, look, something, we're going to do something for them. We gave them a show that they never had in their whole life. We did a show at a place called the Place de Palamis. It was a place where the kids like you can
The name
Place de Palamis. Palamis.
Oh, Place de
Palamis.
Okay.
Yeah. We'd have lots of palm trees. They can have like about
I
6
thought
to
you
10
said
pounds.
Plastic Palace.
No, Place de Palamis. And there was a place where you can have like about 10,000 people. So what I did, we did invitations to send to the mayor, the consul general council, all the bigger heads. Only 2 of them came.
Wow.
Because of the shame.
Yeah.
We gave to all the meters, and when they came, man, that was a show. We never ever experienced something like that in our life. They was
And is there footage of that anywhere so people could Google? What was the name of the band again?
That was Chosen Few.
Chosen Few.
Yeah. There was a newspaper that had...
And you weren't RAS McBEAN solo at that time at all?
No, not at all. Not
yeah, you were just part of that conglomerate,
the whole
right?
thing, yeah.
And that was like family?
Yeah.
Because of the experiences you guys went through?
So when we did that show, it was like, wow. There was so much people crying with the joy. The stage was full. We called up some youth that never knew anything about anything. They come and take the mic, start singing. We gave the opportunities to all of them. And then the week after, I flew out to Paris. All my rest of buddies, they say, yo, I ain't staying either. Boom, everybody started hitting out. You know? Reached to Paris, this was the 6th of June, 2003. And working until the Pack Up and Leave album came out in 2004, the 6th of June. It was really an honor. It was, wow. I was doing some shows still. I was doing my little sound and in Paris. I had some little groups that I was working with.
And you still live in Paris today?
Yeah. And one day some producers came by to see my show because they were hearing I was giving a buzz, so they came and they saw me. And they called me backstage after the show and said, yo, we would really like to do an album with you. These guys are called the RAS, from the RAS label. You know, it's Manu and another one. So they said, okay. I said, okay, why not? Because I didn't come with anything except my talent. So we put it together and the album.
And you'd say they produced about 100% of the album, or?
Yeah, Okay, the arrangers and the composers were some Jamaican groups from London, living in London, called Mafia and Fluxy. It's like Sly and Robbie, yeah. And they did a great job. That album hit, and it was the best album for 2004. It's me and Gentleman had two best albums in Europe in 2004.
Was that around the time Gentleman Buzz, right?
Yeah, just after him. And then we went to do a show together, two of us. And that show was wicked. Gentleman was there, and
that's when you started carving out your niche in the market over there in Europe.
Yeah.
Because the people started tuning in, you started hitting the live scene, you know, the circuit over there.
Because I went to Finland, Germany, Switzerland. I went to, oh man, I traveled to like.
And you speak those languages?
Yeah. I speak the languages, mostly the Hollands. I speak Portuguese, because I was in Portugal too.
French?
Yeah, French.
Italian?
Then got much that I don't know, you know.
Mandarin?
The Mandarin.
Which is speak Chinese?
Yeah.
There's a story behind that.
Yeah, when I was small too, I used to eat a lot of
because a Rasta man would speak in Chinese. That's like, what? A black Rasta man speaking Chinese. Because we know there's Rasta men from all over the world today.
People found it strange. Because when I was going to school, I had a friend of mine. We started out in the small class, kindergarten, and I was 8 years old. And we grew up together. His parents came to Ghana, and he couldn't speak English. So his parents trusted me and said, look, something, you stay with him. And I wanted that to be
like the
only
exchange
friend.
Student type of thing. Yeah.
And so when we go to school, I would pass and we pick him up, and then we walk to school together. So he talking something, I talking the next thing. Until
you had to learn music and language when you were young. Yeah.
So that was it, and we just keep going on. And up to today, a friend of mine, he's like about 47, 48, and he comes to Paris with his family to visit. So I get to see him sometimes. He's deep into this technology thing. You know.
So you grew up, he was eating the Guyanese food, and you were eating the Chinese food.
Chinese looking like Guyanese one. See my face red.
And then he picked up the Guyanese accent.
Yeah, he was speaking Guyanese accent, just like the Japanese in Jamaica. You hear some Japanese speak Jamaican part of you, father.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? Junko, one the dancehall queen. You know, they do their thing. They have their pasa type of thing.
Look, they're the champion for the sound system too. We call them
Mighty Crown.
Mighty Crown. That boy, they're bad.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna kick some dub plate you want. Look at everybody, and two they are Japanese.
So you've been to China physically?
No, I didn't go.
But your music is over there.
It's over there, and in Japan a lot. Nice. A lot in Japan.
So you're in the vinyl market. Your stuff is pressed on vinyl.
That's what's.
Because that's what's big over there, yeah. In Europe,
vinyl,
definitely.
Yeah, and in Japan and China, vinyls. That's the main thing. Everybody's hustling for vinyl. You like to hear that, they're scratching the sound when they're playing it, you know?
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Yes, people, this is RAS McBEAN live in the house with us on the King Lion Caribbean Showcase. That's RAS, McBEAN, McBEAN.
Yeah.
So you can Google him, find him on YouTube, Facebook. You know, he's on social media. Check out his videos. He has his first album out, which came out in 2004, Pack Up and Leave, and he also has Enlightenment, which came out recently. It was as of 2014. He released that album. And we're gonna get into another track by RAS McBEAN. DJ Rich is gonna bless us with that, and that's Hocus Pocus. We're gonna get into the story behind that, because I saw you perform that live, and that track there speaks to, you know, the bad mind, bad mindism, if we want to call it that, that's going on out there.